part of the reason we started was to really keep this community together, to talk about high-speed internet and the key role that internet plays and played in the lives of people. People have gotten used to working from home, and it's threaded into our society in a way it wasn't 5 years ago.
Even before we talked about the digital divide, that was the concern back in 1998. We knew then that probably the greatest civil rights issue would be those who have access to broadband and those who don't.
In January of 2019, we had 0 paying customers and about 20 miles of fiber in the air. Today, we have 36,000 customers. We've got over 7,000 miles of fiber deployed. We're in front of about 75,000 homes and still connecting as fast as we can. The pandemic absolutely emphasized the need for broadband and broadband access.
5 years ago in lockdown, we all remember the images of the families rolling up in fast food parking lots to try to get Wi-Fi. While things are better, there have been incremental improvements, incremental connections, maps are incrementally better. I don't know if we'd really be able to say it's been a sufficiently step change that we would have hoped for over 5 years, and particularly in the year 2020, right?
One of the stats that we were shocked at was in 30 days, we saw a 400% increase in internet usage. Starlink has made a huge difference in our industry because of their capability. And as they get better, they're also another viable option that people are seeing.
This whole attack on DEI and equity is a bad word. I think people are going to come to realize, just as you said, this isn't something to help Black people and Indians and everybody else. This is for all of America. Rural America encompasses people of all races.
Going back to 2020, we had maybe 20 states with dedicated broadband offices, but we've really seen over this last 5 years, state broadband offices growing tremendously in their capacity. In 2020, there was, I think, 500 million from state appropriations that were being dedicated to broadband offices. If you go back to the State of the State addresses in 2020, governors prior to the pandemic were touting the need for broadband. I think there were some 45 governors that were mentioning it in their State of the State addresses at the time. So there was really this moment where states were stepping up right as the pandemic really forced us to all reckon with the digital divide as it existed.
We've got internet pretty much everywhere, thanks to all the services and the cell phone and the options that we have. What we don't have is a population that knows how to use it to its maximum benefit. And if you want to focus DEI on anything, or digital inclusion on anything, it's the education side of that.
Where my hope lies is in the states. That's where my hope lies.